Hello, brethren and sisterin. My name is Des, and this is my reflections on faith. I was sitting here and I was thinking about the joy that God has given me. And I think about the phrase, and it's been penned a few different ways, but unspeakable joy. And with a smile and a smirk, I've taken up that challenge to speak of that joy. So these reflections on faith obviously are deeply personal, and they're my reflections. But I firmly believe that God has the ability to give each and every one of us joy that we definitely could consider unspeakable. But I also believe that our God is so powerful and so infinite that he can give each and every one of us the same feeling of joy, but in various ways, each one individual to the person. I speak again for myself. For example, I love music. I have ever since I was a child. I was even a rapper for a brief time in the early 90s. Shout out to South Bronx, New York. But at this stage of my life, I'm able to write almost at liberty, whether it's books, check out my Amazon page, or songs. I'm readily and quickly becoming known for my deeply moving and spiritual music to God. And that's a joy to me, to make music, period. But that I can make it for God, it fills me with the most intense pleasure I've ever known, spiritually or physically. And obviously this world offers a lot of pleasures and they are fleeting at best. But I have to admit, gun to my head, they do feel nice. But nothing compared to the unspeakable joy that God has given me. The unspeakable joy that God can give you. So again, my feeble attempt to speak about the joy in this spiritual freestyle, should I say. I think about believers' experiences. Now, I've had this experience, I'm sure, but I can't quite recall it to give it specific details. So I'll ask you to think of a situation in your life. Okay, so I want to draw your attention to if you've ever been in need of money. Let's just keep it specific. You've been in need of money, and you prayed and thought about it, and again, you've just been in need of the money. And then some way, someone called you and owed you money, or you were walking along the street and you found the money, but somehow or another, the money came to you. Now, think about this. Think about God in all his majesty and his infinite intelligence, hearing your cries for that money and then orchestrating that money to get to you. Now, let's say it was someone who owed you money, right? Remember the situation in which the original debt was placed, and think about the time that it was fulfilled and how God moved everything in between, all of these many different factors and situations and circumstances over that amount of time, just to make sure that when you called, he was there. If that doesn't give you joy, and joy that it may be difficult to speak about, then I may be speaking to the wrong people. If that type of care and dedication and doting upon you by our Heavenly Father doesn't bring you the most infinitesimal amount of joy, then again, I may be speaking to the wrong people. But I can tell you this, brethren and sisterin, as I start my day and I get ready to write a new song unto the Lord, it fills me with immense joy. And I hope, my prayer is that whatever your calling, whatever your passion, whatever brings you joy, I hope God comes into your life and uses that to give you more joy. Dare I say, joy unspeakable.